Hello friends, I'm Prachi Joshi and welcome to the second part of matrix chain multiplication problem. So this video is in continuation with the matrix chain multiplication part 1. Okay, so in first part what we have seen, what actually matrix chain multiplication problem is there and how we can solve that particular problem by using dynamic programming. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat all the things. For that you have to watch the first video. In the second part we are going to see an example for matrix and multiplication. Okay, so the last point that we had discussed in the first video, we had taken an example of three matrices of different dimensions, and we have tried to find out the minimum value, that what are the possible ways of multiplying these three matrices. So either I can combine a1 and a2 result together and will multiply with a3, as you can see in this method, or I can go for the second method where I am combining the result of a2 and a3 and then multiplying it with a1. Okay, so I am not going to repeat it again, we have already seen it. So for this we got the value 40, and for second method we got the value 36, and we had also discussed that the 36 is the minimum value here. So we are going to choose this value. Okay, so now what we are trying to do, we are going to devise a formula with the help of these two examples, like with the help of three matrices multiplication example. Okay, so you can see here the formula is like this: cost of multiplying first matrix with second matrix plus cost of multiplying third matrix with third matrix plus whatever the dimensions are there, we have already seen it, d0, d2, d3. And for the second one we have taken c1 comma 1, that is cost of multiplying first matrix with first matrix itself plus cost of multiplying second matrix with third matrix plus d0, d1, d3. Now what we will try to do here, we will take a common formula with the help of these two. Okay, so if I can write it down, c of 1 2. Okay, so I can make this one as I, this particular one as I. If this is I, here it is 1, here also it is 1, so I will make it here also as I. Then here you can see here 1 3, here also it is 1 3, so I have labeled this one as I and I will label this 3 as J. Also I will label this 3 as J. Okay, so if I is 1 here, now see, D0 is common and D0 is common. If I is 1, I can make this D0 as Di minus 1. Exactly in the same way I will do here, Di minus 1. Then for D3, we have seen the value of J is 3. So this D3, it can be written as Dj. Also here we will write it as dj. Now again, this is 2, this is 1, this is 2 3, this is 1 2. So I can take one more variable here as k. If it is k is 2, 3 will be k plus 1. Exactly same thing. If I take here k is 1, k plus 1 will be 2. So try to understand, I am taking both of this particular equations and I am trying to devise a common formula with the help of this. Okay, so this d2, k is 2, so I can write it as tk. Here k is 1, so I will write this d1 as dk. So we can write down the formula here. For finding the cost of I comma j, for finding the cost of I comma j, I am requiring, this is c of I comma k. You can see c of I comma k and you can see c of I comma k plus, this is something k plus 1 comma j, k plus 1 comma j. So I will write it here, c of k plus 1 comma j. right? Plus this dimension, the first dimension d of I minus 1, you can see d of I minus 1, d of I minus 1 into dk, this dk common, multiplied by dj. And we are going to choose the minimum value between these two. So I will write down the minimum value here. So what should be the value of k here? The value of k is less than j, but it is greater than I. You can say the value of k is 2 or k is 1, means k is not exceeding the value of j. J is 3. So it will be less than j, but it can be equal to or greater than I. So here we need to understand this formula very clearly, because this is the final formula that we are going to use for solving the matrix chain multiplication problem using dynamic programming. So I will read it again. For finding the cost of I and j, what we are going to do, we are taking the minimum of c of ik plus c of k plus 1 comma j plus d of I minus 1 star d of k star d of j. How this I, k, j we have taken, we have already seen with this particular example. I am again repeating. For understanding how these values are obtained, you have to watch the first video. Okay, so now we will see an example of how 4 matrices can be multiplied with each other with the help of the formula that we have just seen. So you can see in this example that there are 4 matrices, the dimensions are given. We are not concerned with the values, we are concerned with the dimensions of the matrices. So first we will check whether these matrices can be multiplied or not. So you can see here, the columns, number of columns in matrix A1 is 4 and in A2 number of rows are 4. So it can be multiplied. Same case here. 6, 6, it can be multiplied. 2, 2, it can be multiplied. So simply we can perform the matrix multiplication here. So as it is a matrix chain multiplication problem, we are using dynamic programming, that is tabulation approach, bottom up approach for solving this particular problem. Okay, so for solving this problem, first we need to maintain a table. This table, it will store the result of multiplication, because the simple thing is that we cannot multiply these 4 matrices together at one time. We have to divide the problem. We have to divide the problem. We have to solve it. Not only solve it, we have to store the results. And for storing the results, we require certain table. So that's why dynamic programming, it follows the tabulation approach. So we will construct a table here first. So this table is there. As 4 matrices are there, we have constructed a table of having 4 rows and 4 columns. Okay, now when I am talking multiplying A1 matrix with A1 only, or for multiplying A2 matrix with A2, A3 with A3, or A4 with A4, of course the cost of multiplication will be 0, as only one matrix is there. So this we will try to write it down. First matrix with first, it will be 0. Second with second, it will be 0. Third with third, it will be 0. And fourth with fourth, it will be 0. Now we have to remember here that this particular table we are going to solve diagonally. We'll find out each and every value diagonally. Okay, now the thing is that if I'm finding out the cost of matrix multiplication from first matrix to second, or from second to third, or from first to fourth, if I am finding it out for first to second, then I don't need to find out for second to first, or I don't need to find out from third to 1, or from 4 to 1, or 4 to 2. So there is no need to compute these values. We will not find these values. We'll focus on this value. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values we are going to find it out with the help of dynamic programming. Okay, so so the first value that we have to find out is cost of matrix 1 multiplication with cost of matrix 2. So we will use a notation M for matrix. So M 1 comma 2, we have to find it out. Now 1 means A1, 2 means A2. What is the dimension of A1? It is 5 by 4. What is the dimension of A2? It is 4 by 6. This 4 is common. So we will take it as 5 into 4 into 6. So what is the result here? The result is 120. So simple thing is that for multiplying the matrix A1 with matrix A2, total number of multiplication I require here is 120, and the resultant matrix that we obtain after multiplying A1 with A2, it will be of size 5 by 6. Okay, so I will fill this 120 value here. We got the first value in our problem. Now as we are going to fill it diagonally, we have to fill this value. This value is 2 with 3. So we have to find out m of 2 comma 3. 2 is second, A2. The dimensions are 4 by 6. A3, the dimensions are 6 by 2. 6 is common. So it will be 4 by 6 by 2. So here it is 48. So for multiplying the matrix A2 with matrix A3, the cost is always in terms of number of multiplications required. Number of multiplications required are 48, and the resultant matrix that we are getting here, it will be of size 4 by 2. So I will fill this value in 2, 3 column value. It is as 48. So the next value that we need according to diagonal pattern is this one, 3, 4. So we are going to find out the value of m of 3 comma 4. That is multiplying matrix A3 with matrix A4. So A3 dimensions are 6 by 2, A4 dimensions are 2 by 7. So again 2 is common, 6 by 2 by 7. The answer is 84. So number of multiplications required for multiplying matrix A3 with matrix A4 is 84, and the size of resultant matrix is 6 by 7. So I will update my dynamic programming table with the value 84 here. Now the next value we require here is 1 comma 3. So we need to find out m of 1 comma 3. Now see, as there are 3 matrices involved, there are 2 possibilities. Till now, for finding this 120 value, 48 value, 84 value, we are requiring only 2 matrices. So there was no possibility of generating the sequences. But now as there are 3 matrices, the 3 matrices multiplication can be performed in 2 ways. Like 1 to 3 means we have to find out the multiplication of matrix A1, A2 and A3 together. So what we need to do, we have to first think for the possibility. The first possibility can be A1, and in parenthesis we can go for A2 and A3. We had already discussed about this in the previous video. Or the second possibility can be, we can multiply A1 into A2, and that result we can multiply with A3. So when I am going for A1, the dimensions are 5 by 4, A2 dimensions are 4 by 6, and A3 dimensions are 6 by 2. A1. Now A1 is a single matrix here. So what is the cost of multiplying the matrix 1 to 1? It is 0. So we will just write it down, m of 1 comma 1. Okay, plus this A2 into A3 means multiplying the A2 matrix, that is 2, and A3 means 3. So A2, multiplying A2 into A3 simple means the value m of 2 comma 3, plus what will be the resultant matrix here? A2 into A3, the resultant matrix will be of size 4 by 2. And this is A1. So it is something 5 into 4, and this is 4 into 2. Again 4 is common here. So it will be 5 into 4 into 2. Okay. So m of 1, 1 we have already computed. It is 0, plus m of 2, 3. It is 48, plus this is 40. What is the answer we are getting here? 88. Now again I will repeat here that multiplying this A1, A3 means it is involving 3 matrices multiplication, A1, A2, A3. Okay, so there are 2 sequences. Either you multiply A2 and A3 first and then multiply the result with A1, or second sequence can be multiply A1 and A2 first and then multiply the result with A3. In the first method we have seen the dimensions of A1 is 5 by 4, A2 4 by 6 and A3 6 by 2. A1 cost of single matrix multiplication with itself, it is M of 1 1. A2 into A3 means cost of multiplying the second matrix A2 with A3. This value we have already computed. You can see here. Now see, this is the dynamic here, how the dynamic programming works. I am not going to find out this result again. This result is already stored in my table and I am just referring that result directly here. Plus, now what is the dimensions of A? 5 by 4, and when I am multiplying A2 into A3, what is the resultant matrix? It will be 4 by 2. So it is something 5 into 4 and 4 by 2. 4 is common, so it will be 5 into 4 into 2. So I am getting the answer 88. Now we will go for the second method. What is the second method? Again the dimensions we have already know. A1 into A2, that is multiplication cost of matrix 1 into 2. Okay, plus A3 means multiplying that A3 matrix with A3. So it will be M of 3 comma 3. Plus, here the dimensions are 5 by 4. A2 dimensions are 4 by 6 and A3 6 by 2. Here the resultant dimensions it will be 5 into 6 and here it is 6 by 2. 6 common, it will be 5 into 6 into 2. M of 1 comma 2. We have already having this value in our table. See, this is 120. Again, dynamic programming is used. We are using the table for referring the values to avoid the recomputations. This value also we already had in our table. It is 0. Plus this is 60. So I am getting the answer 180. So see, for finding the cost of 1 comma 3 we have seen the possible ways. This is first possible way, multiply A2 A3 and then multiply this result with A1, and second possibility multiply A1 and A2 and then multiply the result A3. We got the answer in the first method as 88 and here 180. According to the formula that we have already discussed, we have to choose the minimum value. The minimum value is 88. So what I will do, I will update that value 88 in my table for cost of multiplication from first matrix to the third. Now diagonally we have to find out this second value. This second value is M of 2 comma 4. So we will find it out 2 comma M of 2 comma 4. Again A2, A3, A4, 3 matrices are there. Means there are more than one possibility. So there are 2 possibilities actually. What are the possibilities? Either you take A2 and then take the result of A3 and A4 multiplication, or there can be one more possibility, multiply A2 and A3 first and then multiply the complete result with A4. So whichever the result is minimum, we are going to choose that result and update our table accordingly. So first we will see what is the dimension of A2, 4 by 6, A3 6 by 2, A4 2 by 7. A3, A4, the resultant matrix will have dimension 6 by 7. Okay, so A2 means M of 2 comma 2 plus A3 comma A4 means M of 3 comma 4 plus 4. This is 4 by 6. This is 6 by 7. Again 6 is common. 4 into 6 into 7. This value is 0. M of 3 comma 4. 3 comma 4 we have already having this value. It is 84. this value is 84. So m of 3 comma 4, it is 84, and this is 168. This multiplication is 168. We are getting the result as 252. So if I am multiplying in this way, solving A3 and A4 first and then its result with A2, I am getting 252. Let's see what we are getting in the second method. A2 dimensions are 4 by 6, A3 6 by 2, A4 2 by 7. Okay, so the size of this matrix A2 with A3, it will be 4 by 2. So we will write it down. M of 2 comma 3, A2 into A3 means M of 2 comma 3. Then plus A4, that is M of 4 comma 4 plus 4 into 2. It's 4 into 6, 6 by 2 means the dimensions are 4 into 2, that is 4 into 2 and 2 by 7. So it will be 4 into 2 into 7. M of 2, 3, we are already having this value in our table. It is 48 plus M of 4 comma 4, this also we are having in our table. This is 0. So it will be 0 plus the multiplication is 56 and we are getting the answer 104 here. So we got the two values for multiplying A2, A3 and A4. One is 252 and another is 104. Which is minimum? Minimum is 104. So I will update the value 2 comma 4 as 104. Okay, so we have to find out the last value. Only one value is there which we have not computed. That is M of 1 comma 4. Now for this we have to use the formula that we have already seen. We have also seen how this formula is derived. Okay, so we have to find out. Instead of C, I will just use word M here. M of 1 comma 4. So now we are multiplying these 4 matrices with the help of results that we have obtained in our table. Okay, so here we have to understand the value of I is 1, the value of J is 4 and the value of K, it will be starting from 1. It will be 1, 2 and 3. In this case J is 4. We have already seen that the value of K is always less than J. So value of K will be 1 first, then it will be 2 and then it will be 3. So by considering these values, we will first write down the formula. Okay, so this is minimum of M. What is the value of I? It is 1, comma, at the first instance the value of K will be 1 plus M of K plus 1. K is 1. K plus 1 is 2, comma J is 4. Right? Plus D of I minus 1. I is 1, so it will be 0. D of 0 into K is 1. D of K into D of J is 4. So here this particular equation I am getting when I am considering the value of K as 1. The value of I is already 1 and the value of J is 4. Now for the next one, we will take the value of K as 2. So again, we will write it here. M of I is fixed, it is 1, comma, now K is 2, plus M of K plus 1. K is 2, K will be 3, comma, J is 4, plus again D of I minus 1, D of 0, I is 1 only, into dk, value of K is 2, it will be D2, into J is 4, D4. So this one we are getting when we are considering the value of K as 2. Now consider the value of K as 3. M of I is fixed, 1, comma, value of K is 3, plus M of K plus 1, that is K is 3, K plus 1 will be 4, plus 4, comma, J, that is 4, plus D of I minus 1 means D of 0 star, K value is 4, d of 4 star d of 4 only. Sorry, value of k it will be 3, d of k it will be 3 and value. So what we have simply done in this particular formula, value of I is 1 and value of j is 4 throughout this formula. Only we are changing the value of k. For first value of k, how we have devised? Value of I is 1, value of k will be 1, k plus 1 will be 2, right? Then for the next value, I will be 1 only, value of k will be 2 and k plus 1 will be 3. And then for third, we have seen value of I is 1, value of k is 3 and k plus 1 will be 4. So we are computing actually 3 values. This value, comma, this value, comma, and the third value. Whatever the minimum value will be there, that will be updated accordingly. So we'll just write it down. So we'll write it down. Minimum of m of 1 comma 1. We are already having the value in the table. No need to recompute. It is 0 plus the second is 2 comma 4. The value is given in the table 104 plus now this d0 dk here the k value is 1, so it will be d1. This value is already given in the dimensions. We have labeled the dimensions as we have seen in the first video. We have labeled 5 to d0, 4 to d1. This 4 is common, so it will be d1, 6 d2. Again this 6 is common, d2, 2 is d3, again 2 is common, it is d3, and 7 as d4. So we will just put the values here. The value of d0 is 5. You can see here the value of d0 is 5 into d1 value is 4 into d0, d1 and d4. The value of d4 is 7. Okay, comma. Next it will be, next value it will be m of 1 comma 2. M of 1 comma 2, it is 120 plus 3 comma 4, m of 3 comma 4, 3 comma 4 is 84 plus, again I will not write down the dimensions here, I will just put the result directly, it is 210. The same thing we will do for the third value. Third value, m of 1 comma 3, 1 comma 3 is 88 plus m of 4 comma 4, it is 0 plus whatever the dimension is there, the result is 70. So if I will calculate all the values here, the minimum value, I am actually getting the result as mean of, it is first value is 244 comma second value is 414 and third value is 158. So the minimum value that I am getting here is as 158. So the cost of multiplying the matrix A1 with A4, I will update my last value in the table as 158. So this table I will get for the example given here. So I hope that this example is clear to you. What I have done, we'll just take a short revision. What exactly we have done, we have given 4 matrices and the dimensions were given. As we are using dynamic programming, we are constructing a table equal to the number of matrices. Number of rows will be equal to number of matrices 4 and number of columns will be also 4. And then we will try to update each and every value. We have seen how we have calculated the value. Only for the last value where I am requiring all the matrices together, I am going to use this particular formula. How this formula we have seen, we have devised, we have already seen it. So what we have done, C of ij, instead of C I am using m here. So ij, I have to find out the value of 1 and 4. I is 1 and j is 4. Then for every value of the k which is less than j, j is 4. So value of k can be 1, the value of k can be 2 and the value of k can be 3. I have just change the value of k here. The value of I will be 1 only and the value of j will be 4 only. I am just updating the value of k, and according to k plus 1 will be updated. Here k is 1, here it is 2. Here k is 2, k plus 1 it is 3. Here k is 3, k plus 1 is 4. And according to that I have updated all the values. The simple thing that we have to understand here is that every time if the particular sub problem which is already being computed in your table, there is no need to recompute that result again. We are just referring this table for finding out the answer. So this is the beauty of dynamic programming. We don't need to recompute the results again and again if we have already computed it. So we have seen that dynamic programming can be achieved by using tabulation or memoization. Okay, so I hope that this example is clear to you. Okay, thank you.